Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend Brent Winfield, who is a butcher, sent me this curing salt blend a week or two ago. I remember showing it to you all during one of our live streams. He also sent me instructions on how to make corned beef, and at first I was hesitant because I did not think it would be easy to do. Then I remember, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm always preaching to you, that we should try everything at least once so that we can gain the confidence to do it in times of need. So I followed the instructions that Brent sent me, which were so easy that I felt foolish that I was afraid to try this. All I did was mix 1 gallon of water to 8 ounces of the salt mix, and then I submerged the beef in the brine for 3 days. Brent told me to do it for like 2 days instead of 3, but I did it for 3 days because I like my corned beef a little salty. Then I proceeded to slow cook it for about 6 hours, and what you see here is the final result after it came out of the slow cooker. So what I'm going to do today is make some corned beef hash with these potato shreds that I dry canned back in May of 2014. I'm going to pressure can a couple of pints of corned beef because that's what I think I have enough for, and also have a little bit left to go ahead and make my breakfast, well, me and Victor's breakfast. I'm going to use 1 full cup of potato shreds for this dish, and all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is just put the potato shreds in a pot of water with enough water to submerge the shreds in, then bring it to a boil. Once it comes up to a boil, you can turn it off, cover it, and then let it sit on the side there on one of your empty burners for about half an hour, and your shreds will come out perfect. You'll see how they come out. They come out perfect every time whenever I do it that way. Now let me show you how pretty this corned beef is. Look at the color and how easy it tears apart, just by hand. Like I said, I'm going to fill up 2 pints so that we can pressure can it and see how it comes out. I've never canned corned beef before, and I'm going to can this batch just by stuffing it nice and tight into the jar without adding any broth. And there you go. I have enough corned beef for 2 pints and enough to make a nice breakfast for Victor and myself. And these are the red beans that I'll be canning along with the corned beef. And for those of you who may ask if I pre-soak my beans, no, I do not. I never have, and it's always come out good. All I do is add about 1/3 of a cup of beans to a pint jar, along with about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then I fill it up with water up to the 1-inch mark. Now let's cut up the rest of the corned beef, a medium-sized onion, and let's get to cooking. Here I have about 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and after it comes to heat, I'll be adding the onions along with about 1/4 cup of the Oxen Farms dehydrated peppers. I'm going to put a lid on while the onions are caramelizing so that the internal steam that's released from the onions will rehydrate the peppers. Once the onions soften up, we want to add in our potatoes, and look at how much potatoes that 1 cup made after they rehydrated. Some people may ask, why didn't you just put it in your dehydrated peppers in with your potatoes when you were rehydrating them? I've done that before, and I felt that the flavor of the peppers just infiltrated all of the potatoes. So when I was eating the dish the last time that I made some corned beef hash with shredded potatoes, it all tasted like peppers. So I decided to just add the peppers in as the onions were cooking so that they can get dehydrated that way. Mix in your potatoes and cover to allow them to cook and start browning. Keep it on high heat and continue to fold them over every minute or so. Once it's about halfway through the browning process, go ahead and add your corned beef and cover for 2 to 3 minutes. Now you can add a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. I add the garlic about 5 minutes before it's done cooking, because if you add the garlic in too early, the garlic can burn, because the garlic burns really easy. And if the garlic burns, it will leave a bitter taste. Stir everything around, cover for about 2 minutes, turn off the heat, and by the time that I'm done cooking an egg, it will be ready to plate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end result, and it looks mighty tasty. Look at that. With a nice soft egg yolk there. Let's give this a try. I do like to eat my hash, my corned beef hash, with ketchup and a couple little splashes of Tabasco sauce, but we're going to try it like this first. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that is really, really good. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? After the next week or so, I'm going to go ahead and open up a store-bought can of corned beef along with one of those pints of corned beef that I'm pressure canning right now. And I am going to go ahead and do a taste test on both of those because this is delicious. But I really do like the canned corned beef that you buy at the store as well. I think it has a great flavor as well. But this is truly delicious. Can't go wrong. And to think that I've gone all these years without making corned beef from scratch because I thought it was going to be too hard. So Brent Winfield, thank you again for sending me that curing salt. I'm telling you, this was so easy and extremely satisfying as well that I'm definitely going to do it again. That's going to be one of those things that I do when I see beef go on sale, if it ever goes on sale, right? So definitely be on the lookout for that. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a breakfast or what? I had to tease you a little bit here. Oops, I hear the kitty cat meowing outside wanting to get in. Yeah, I apologize for the voiceover in the beginning of the video. There was just a lot of noise going on outside. Every minute or so there was either a helicopter or a plane or a gravel truck. But look at that. You see the little pieces of garlic that are still there? You see they're not burnt out? That way you get all the flavor out of it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and wait till those pints are pressure canned and we'll see how they came out. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It came out pretty nice. Now, having never done this before, it looks pretty good to me. As you can see, they're still processing. They've all sealed already. And these are the red beans right here. Let me check. This is how the red beans came out. So putting 1/3 of a cup in there, to me, looks just about right. I think that on the other jar, I might have only put a 1/4 cup in there, a little less, because look at how much more room I have left. So everything's looking really nice. And like I said, what I'm going to do here, probably in the next week or two, I'm going to take one of these corned beef, I'm going to open them, and I am going to go ahead and compare it to one of the cans of corned beef that we buy at the store to see what the taste is like and the texture. I'm already pretty sure the texture is going to be a little different because you can just tell that there's a lot bigger chunks here and it's not as minced as the corned beef that comes out of the cans that you buy at the store. But I'm pretty excited, very, very happy with the way that the corned beef hash came out today. Outstanding. I already ate my breakfast. I left some there for Victor. And I'm very excited to see how it comes out when we compare them. All right, thank you very much for joining in, ladies and gentlemen. Truly do appreciate you spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I am out.